Hey guys, and welcome to my kitchen again. Third video in a row. Still working on this drawing. It's coming together. Um, haven't really been spending a ton of time on it. Just been really enjoying this holiday season with my family and with my girls and my wife, and just been kind of relaxing. I pushed my projects pretty hard for a while there, and now I'm just enjoying life with my family. Um, well, my name is the Convicted Christian. If this is the first time you've been on one of my videos, I am 7 years clean. I did 10 years in prison, and now I am free and off parole. All thanks for God's love of me, as well as you. Um, I believe that Christ is the one that led me to um, be a better person, be a better man, husband, father, whatever the case may be. Doesn't mean that it's the path that everyone should take. I would hope that everyone came to Christ, but I know that's not realistic. And if that's not for you, I just hope the best for you. And I hope that you are able to find happiness and joy in the life that you currently live. That's kind of why I make these videos. And I don't gear them purely for Christian sake. I'm open about my faith. I do have some videos that are a little bit more faith based. But if you're not a Christian, if you're not seeking Christianity, that's fine by me. Um, Too many times, in my belief, are Christians pushing so hard to be proven, one, right, and two, into, obtrusively into the lives of others. And I get it. If you are a Christian and you didn't like that what I just said, I get it. I want to save as many people. Well, I want to be the vessel in which Christ uses to save as many people as possible. But here's the thing. Not everyone not everyone can accept it the way you accepted it, or the way I accepted it, or the way millions of other people have accepted Christ. Pushing is not always the best option. And I believe that the parable of the seeds on the ground, there's the rocky ground, the thorny ground, and the fertile ground, is very evident about that. Different seeds need different soils, just the way that different people need different talking points, if you will. They need different tactics that work for them. And so my tactic, coming from someone that was in prison, um, being surrounded by a bunch of very headstrong, very typically proud prisoners, not always proud in what they did, or proud in their prison stay, just proud in the fact that they're alive, and they do have a set of morals most of the time, even if they don't align with most other people's. You can't come at them head on. You can't come at them and whack them on the back of the head with the Bible and expect it to work. It's gonna get you're gonna have a fight on your hands. And so, again, for non-Christians and people that aren't seeking, I'm not here to convert. That's not even my job. I believe that's the job of Christ. Anything I do is only by the grace. I'm here to give my experiences so that other people can learn from them, hopefully grow from them as I grew, and not make the same choices that they did in the past. Hopefully, someone younger than me that maybe hasn't gone down that road quite yet, sees one of these videos and decides, yeah, I don't want that. Awesome. Great. That's what I'm here for. I'm not a missionary. I'm not a priest. I'm not a pastor. Heck, I'm not even a teacher. I'm just a man that wants to help other people. Today I wanna touch on one of the things that went along with my fear of getting caught, fear of dealing with unpleasant consequences. Was I was very much a people pleaser, and I was highly anxious about this. I mean, we're talking turn it up to 11 anxious. I could be talking to somebody, having a great conversation. As soon as I step away, my first thought was, I bet you they're bad-mouthing me now. And so the next time I'd meet with them, I would go over the top and try to make sure that they were happy. And the old saying definitely applies. You try to please everybody, you end up pleasing no one. Because you will throw your morals and your ethics in the dirt for one person and then pick them up and try to dust them off for the next. And in the process, you end up getting caught too many times, and people realize that you don't stand for anything. And a lot of people don't want that. A lot of people don't want to be around people that seem two-faced. You may not be. You may be just trying to please people. But from an outward view, you seem two-faced. You seem like someone that only says what the other person wants to hear. And sometimes you do. Sometimes that's all you do as a people pleaser. And I was top tier people pleaser. And the way that I ran my life of isolating my individual friends from each other made it really easy. I had multiple friends, and I would act a certain way, be a certain way, do certain things around each one that was different. But because they didn't know each other and they never met, didn't even know they existed, they never had the chance to call me out on it. And sometimes I had to make choices, and it would burn a bridge. And that would almost always lead to more running and more trying to escape from those consequences, because I didn't want to burn the bridge. But now that it's burnt, I don't want to deal with it ever anymore. So I ran from that particular problem. Not exactly what I would call supportive growth for a content lifestyle. And through this change that I made through my 5 steps of accountability, responsibility, perseverance, healing, and God, faith, whatever you want to call it, I've learned that no, you are not going to please everybody. But there's things that you can do to either compromise. There's things you can do to help bring people along more to your side, your viewpoint, I mean. And then sometimes there's just times when you have to say no. Me and my wife were just talking about it today, actually. And I tell her all the time, that I won't ever tell her no, which is true. Probably never will tell my wife no. But what I do is I make her. I don't make her. I bring up points of from my side of things that help her to see things how I see things and how I see what's going on, and then I just leave the ball in her court. And most of the time, she realizes that I'm not coming at her with animosity. I'm not coming at her with anger or ire of any kind. And I'm not trying to be a dictator. I'm not trying to, rule this, dwelling as an authoritarian. And we can usually come back together, and we either make it work together as a team. She compromises, or she tells herself no. And that's one way where, from an outsider's point of view, it seems like I'm trying to people please my wife. But it's not. Giving her a hard no puts up a wall between me and her. Sometimes you have to be that firm no. Sometimes it's just what it is. What it is. But there's a lot of times when, given time, explanation, talking, and some true connection, you can come together and make a concise decision. Now, outside of my wife, yeah, I had to stop. I had to stop people pleasing. And I had to find where my moral line was. I had to find that line in the sand and tell myself. It wasn't so much telling other people. It was telling myself what I would and would not cross, what I would and would not allow into my life or out from my life into the world. That allowed me to, yes, at times be frustrated because I couldn't help somebody. Sometimes I was saddened because, I enjoyed aspects of, friendships that I thought were mutual. And I had to say no, and I lost that. But I was able to hold my head up and say, okay, I have my morals, I have my ethics, and I need to stand by them so that people can see that even though I may not believe the same thing they believe, I may not follow the same things that they follow, I may not have the same lifestyle or same, path in front of me that they do, that I will still respect them and I will still hold them in regard because of my morals. And I truly believe that people stop seeing me two-faced. They stop seeing me, bend over backwards for one person and then have to flip over and do a backflip to please another person. I think that was one of the things that really helped me along, is not worrying that everybody likes me, but striving that certain people respect me. That's what I believe really helped. Because there's a lot of things that you can do with respect from a small core of people that no matter how many people you please, you will never attain. It won't happen. And that's going to be different for different people. And the things that I'm trying to attain, the things that I'm trying to achieve with this channel, with my children, with my wife, they need respect. And without that, I'm just going to be frustrated, and my dreams will end up dying. So that's what I'm giving to you on this video, is you don't have to please everybody, because you'll end up pleasing the people that aren't going to help you anyway, and the people more than likely that want to see you grow and see you attain the things that you need to be wholly, fully yourself, they're probably not going to be around that. They're not going to want to have someone that doesn't have a moral edge. So find the people that you want respect from. Figure out how to attain that respect, and make that your moral line. Because if you want their respect, that means that you admire them. And admiring people, now that's something to really wish for, is people in your life that you admire. Because if you surround yourself with those people, that's who you'll become with time and effort. Well, that's it for this topic. I want to thank everybody that was able to watch this live. I really appreciate it. Every view does help. If you could please subscribe, follow, like, comment, hit the rumble button, stand on your head and wiggle your toes. I don't know. Whatever you feel comfortable doing to support what I'm trying to do here, and raise this channel up so that it can reach the people that it needs to reach, I would greatly appreciate it. If you have anything you would like to ask, I will make sure that it is featured in the next video, and I will talk about it. The only thing that I ask is I will not talk about my charges. I'm not quite ready or have a good way of talking about them. I will not show my wife or my children. They don't have much to do with this. And my children absolutely have nothing to do with this channel. Other than that, if you have any questions about my past, if you have any questions about what I'm doing now, if you have any questions about my time in prison, what I did while I was there, that might be what comes up in the next couple videos. Ask, and I will most definitely feature it. If you want a shout out because you followed, comment that too. I will make sure that everybody that comes in, no matter how many or how little, you get your time, because if you're willing to, help me out, why wouldn't I do the same for you if I can? The thing that we need to remember is that if we want to change the world, we need to change ourselves and stop pleasing people. Have a good night.